All right, you all, we're in chapter 11. This is the female reproductive system. Now, I can stress enough now. I know I've seen this one on a lot of tests. Make sure you know the internal as well as the external genitalia when it comes to the female genitalia or the female reproductive system. That will be a biggie. I've seen it on several tests. Here's the anatomy and medical terminology of the female reproductive system, and you have this diagram in your book as well. The central organ of the female reproductive system is, of course, your uterus. This is where you carry a baby. The cervix uteri is the neck of the uterus, is the lower portion of the uterus that tapers to connect the vagina. And the opening of the cervix is also known as the OS or the external OS. The body or the fundus of the uterus is also known as the corpus uteri. And of course you have two fallopian tubes. The fallopian tubes are, remember, the sphinx or salpingo in medical terminology. Eggs of the ovaries are the oocytes. So make sure you remember those terminologies, you all. The vaginal tubulomuscular canal, that's the vagina. The vagina surrounds the part of the cervix. So make sure you know what that is. The vulva contains many structures, including the labia minora and majora, mons pubis, the clitoris, the vestibule or the vaginal introitus. The vaginal introitus is also located the hymen and surrounds the partial covers the external vaginal opening. Okay, so make sure you all go back and read over that. All right. Okay. And then, you also have carcinomas of the vaginal or the female reproductive system. So make sure you go through and you know that female genitalia or genitourinary system. We have some complications of pregnancy, of course, falls in this particular area. Make sure you remember pregnancy is to impact the treatment. Only the physician states the condition is related to pregnancy should a code from one of the other chapters be chosen with reporting V22.2 as an additional code. Codes can be added to describe further conditions during pregnancy. For example, a woman with well-controlled type 2 diabetes gets pregnant. Now her diabetes is coded as 648.0 with 250.00 as a second code to describe the condition further. Make sure you remember that. That 248.0, that's pregnancy dealing with the diabetes, but we also have to put that 250.00 for the regular diabetes. Gestational diabetes is coded with 648.8 and is only reported when the patient has developed diabetes during the pregnancy until the pregnancy ends. Do not report a codes from category 249 and 250 with gestational diabetes codes. Code 648.0 is reported when the patient has had pre-existing diabetes or already had diabetes before the pregnancy. Y'all remember that now. Don't code 648.8 with 249 or 250. Only code 648.0, and that is for the gestational diabetes. All right. Also, remember, anytime that a patient has a miscarriage, the term that they refer to is an abortion, okay? So abortion is the term for anytime a baby is dispelled, whether it is through medical means, spontaneous, or medically induced. You just have to know that it's up under the term abortion. Okay. 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 。 。 . 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 Oh, you all remember a normal healthy pregnancy code is code 650. 650 can only be coded with a normal pregnancy would be a one-time, one single live birth baby. So that would be V27.0. We can code 650 and V27.0 together. But if there is something wrong, if the patient, if the baby, if there's multiple births, if you had one live born and one stillborn, you cannot code 650 with those codes. You can only code 650 with V27.0. Remember that, you all. We've gone over that before. And your CPT coding, make sure you go back over that as well. Remember, make sure you all remember that TAH-BSO, total abdominal hysterectomy, with or without bilateral salpingo-oophorectomy. Okay? So we are doing, that is a total hysterectomy right there. Okay? And remember, abortions is what we're calling miscarriages. You all make sure you go through your glossary and you remember these medical terms. Okay. And of course, you have your episiotomy, all these different tests, questions that you could go through, and you can make sure that you're up to par and that you're good with. Go back and review these. And you should be fine. All right. Okay. That is it, you guys, for chapter 11. We will pick up with chapter 12 shortly. Okay.